And we've got our draft board for the maps for this best of 5 coming through now. The 2 players get to pick to start us off. They get their first pick home map if they so desire. It will be Water Nomad for Zachattack, and it will be Aquarina for Chipmunk. And then we go through the bands from here, a ban each. So Nomad and Migration go, Golden Swamp and Copenhagen go in the bands, and then 2 more picks. It'll be Four Lakes and Splash Random. Pacific Islands is 1 ban. The last ban for Zachattack is going to be randomed into Canberra. So we're going to start on the Passage tonight. Passage will be game number 1. So Passage, Four Lakes, Water Nomad, Aquarina, and Splash Random. Very intriguing set of maps. Some very wet maps. So Passage, Aquarina, going to use the water a lot. The Navy's going to be very important, as is Water Nomad. But then Four Lakes, very much a land map. And Splash Random could be anything. It could be the smallest amount of water that you can expect. It could be a lot. It could be another Water Nomad. And Splash Random also has the potential to be a different game mode. It is set up as a standard win condition, but beyond that, it may load in Kings, it may load in Wonders on both sides, which would make it a Defend the Wonder. We've seen both of those occur throughout the tournament. And it may... well, can just win by Relic or Wonder victory in the normal sense as well, if we get to see it. So that's super cool as well. Now we wait for some sieves. And I look at getting that ready for everyone. Okay, it's time for the Civ draft here. What have we lost? We lose 8 Civs to admin bans. And of those that have got some potential use, Spanish, Wu, Chinese, Portuguese, Armenian, Saracens, Persians, Italians all get banned. And then the opening pick for both players will be Vikings. The Aquarina specialists, the Vikings. Zach goes straight into Bengalis next. Dravidians for Chipmunk. I imagine Japanese will be, yep, there's the Japanese straight up after it. And what have we got here for Zach as far as options go? Berbers, Byzantines, Malay get taken first. Romans and Koreans both handy on water, as long as you don't need the use of demo ships. I think we may see Mongols get picked in this as well. Aquarina, Passage, both of those maps, I think you can really make use of the Mongol bonus. Not as an early pick, but certainly one worth considering. There's the Berber pick. We go back to Chipmunk here. We see what gets taken. Lithuanians may get some use as well. I think if you're Zach, you've got to start thinking about a Japanese potential counter. I think Chipmunk used that very well. Used the Japanese very, very well against Saws on Four Lakes. I think that will happen again. So you've got to start thinking about how you're going to play against that. Dravidians feel like a Water Nomad pick. And let's see. So Shu get taken. So we got to note as well, there was a patch that came through this morning, and it's a minor one. but a couple of small balance changes, and one of them was the food income that shoe woodcutters bring in. That's had a little bit of a drop, so that won't be as effective as it was. Very minor, so still some bonuses there. And Korean's the next pick for Chipmunk. Zach goes Georgians, and finally, last pick for him. Maybe a Vietnamese might go down pretty well. Still surprised at the lack of Mongols, but there we go. And it will be Romans, and the last pick for Chipmunk. It's going to be Byzantines. There we go. So there is our Civ draft all in full. Girt By Sea Division 2 semi-finals. We're underway here. We've got Chipmunk and Zachattack. We're starting on the passage. It's going to be Koreans for Chipmunk in the west. And to the east, it will be Zachattack playing as the Malay. Passage, massive crossing in the middle. They're actually kind of opposite each other, and this is a pretty standard set of water here. Pretty straight passage. Two crossings, or two lots of shallows here to get across from. Relics in the middle, so 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of the generations lately popping up with 6 relics. Early days should be all about the scouting. See as much as your island as you can. And after that, it will be about bringing in the deer. You definitely want to do that. Get a dock down. Start fishing. And get ready to make navy. And fingers crossed, you don't have a sneak against you, or you have a sneak for you. So having now played a fair bit of this map, it's quite common that the side that you dock on your side, your opponent will be on the opposite side. Now, unfortunate generation here. Chipmunk's gonna have to go searching a little bit harder for some shorefish to drop the dock, but is now, so a little bit slower for our Korean. I am not a fan of the Koreans in this map just because of no demos, and I'm so big on docking the shoreline and loading up with demos just to prevent the sneak. That way you just never need a barracks. But we'll see how the two players go about it here. You can also look to get some walls up. So you can probably throw some walls all the way across there if you want to go for the big walls. If you're Chipmunk. And then the dock acts as the end of the wall there. And for Zachattack, it's the same but opposite. So you could also just wall straight across there into the end. Just with palisades. And then as you look to expand later, you can make that choice if you so desire. So, deer are in for both players. Time to scout. Time to see what they can find. Now, there shouldn't be any loom on those vills just yet. If you are playing as the Koreans, probably looking 20 plus loom to go up. There's 300 food in hand there, so it should be possible to do 20. Maybe Chipmunk may try 21 instead. Malay, you get a little bit longer because you're up faster. So he's taken 6 to wood because you do get that extra time. But is he going to be able to go up on time here or not? It's a little bit awkward. Ooh, this is a little bit of an unfortunate build here. He's going to get some food down here, is Zach. So early mill potentially. Don't know if an early mill was part of the build, but it's going to have to be now. 22 villagers. And the scouts are fighting. Chipmunk's going to be up first, and he's going to drop a second dock. So Zachattack will end up losing. No, won't lose a scout just yet. And he's now on the way up. And it's actually only going to be a 10-second difference. There's the melee bonus for you all. Only a 10-second difference. Similar amount of idle time. So Zach has made it work. Has invested in a mill though, which is probably a bit early given there's still 4 sheep. On gold. Isn't going to have the second dock ready. And he's going for the sneak. And it looks like the sneak is going to work. He's going to get a villager across. And Chipmunk has not done so yet. Is that wall there? Yes, so that's actually quite a nice wall. Chipmunk will be up first. Should be able to grab one. Oh, no galleys yet. Can get one galley. Maybe a second. Maybe a tad early on dock number 3. Denial. Denial. Pay attention. No, we're just scouting. Second dock's coming down. There's double bit axe for Zach. Not in yet. Here, the dock does not get denied. And the villager may get away again. A little quick wall. Opening galleys as well is Zach. And the nerd call is in. Oh, because he's taken away. He's run away with the sheep. That's why the nerd call has come out. So Zach is just going to run with the sheep to the corner. Now we've got galleys out. Zach's still opening himself up to a potential sneak here, and I think this villager may need to start running. Okay, so it's two galleys apiece. Early repairs coming in there. But Chipmunk's on 3 docks. Zach is not, and I feel like that means at the very least the fish should go down. What's Zach waiting for here? Not much as far as Navy there. There is a range going down. That range doesn't see a lot. The Vills are maybe 2 tiles away from noticing that range. And there is no barracks down yet. No barracks down. Situation on land. Good for Zach. On water, it should be better for Chipmunk as a result. He's getting loom now. And you can see the archers are being created, but otherwise, quite quiet. First fletching is going to go Zach's way. This will be handy for the archers as well. Bit low on the villager count. Bit of idle time here. May need to throw a couple more off wood and potentially onto food again. Given the fish have gone down now. So fletching's in now. Fletching's in for Zach, so he can start fighting. And fletching's now in for Chipmunk as well. So the situation there is quite level. And Chipmunk will win this fight. But the archers are out. With fletching. And at the moment, nothing's really been seen. May get a free kill here. But he's going to lose on water at the same time. There's one villager down. These archers are just on stand ground at the moment. And now they have to rush. They do. They have to rush away from the gold. And if they rush away from the gold, they're going to drop a tower out the back here, which I don't mind. That'll save a lot. And I feel like now, if you're Zach, you need to start focusing on the water. Water's too important here. It's still a very, very important part of this map. You can't let your opponent fish boom. You can't let your opponent sneak themselves or just run across with a whole heap of army. He's adding a second range, and actually that second range is going to block his archers from doing a lot, unfortunately. More docks to the side. So the plan looks to be to add some fires in as well, but just try to hold off on Navy on water as long as he can. No one is exactly close to clicking up, so there's no issues there. And actually, here comes the sneak. There's a chance that Zach can see this. If he comes back, he'll get to see the Vil coming across. This could be big. This could be big. He's going to see that the Vil's here, and that's going to be a massive pick-off. That's a massive find, and that should alert him now to not let this happen. Cannot allow this to happen any further. So these archers will camp this gold. He's going to keep... He's had to delete the archery range. Yep. Walk around. So now you're going to see the fires come out. There's a fire there. Got to micro. Fishing ships go down, but he's adding more, which is interesting. Definitely a Navy advantage for Chipmunk. It's 13 galleys versus 6, and then there's a couple of fires. The fires are okay to hold with, but it's the galleys that will do the work long term. And now you can see one archer just being a bit of a pest. And more archers are coming out. You can see where the situation is regarding the eco. And Zach's forcing Chipmunk into some micro backwards as he adds more and more archers at home. I think Chipmunk, though, is going to be able to keep fishing. And the addition of the fish is quite nice. There's the market, and I tell you now, Chipmunk's going to have a pretty big advantage towards Castle Age here. Third range drop being dropped now. Just going all in on this feudal push. He's going to try and kill as many Vils as possible with it. So far, only has 2. By 7, no. 7 Vils have gone down. Maybe some archers have fallen down at the same time. Scout goes down for Zach, so there's a little advantage for Chipmunk. And I feel like if Chipmunk's able to get a Vil across, he's going to be able to click up first. Zach's adding more docks, but the wrong direction. I want to see the docks going this way towards the middle. You want that vision. More fighting happening underneath the tower now. 2 more Vils look to have gone down. This will be another one that goes down, but a second tower will go up. And then at that point, these archers are not going to get any more value. And the archers will go down here. He's going to keep making more, though. And wow, he's forcing a third tower. Forcing a third tower out. This is all in on Feudal Age. And look at the fires now. The fires on the water are going to come at the galleys. The galleys have got a lot of low HP ones. And remember, no demos for the Koreans. And here you go. Look at those. These archers are under 1 tower. They're just going to keep killing. They're going to be able to survive for a bit longer. Off gold entirely. Chipmunk has not been able to click up. He's microing pretty well on water, though. You can see the APMs up near 100. And going to try and take out some of the fish here is Zach. He's going to need to get more on water himself. He's running for now. He's adding his own fish. No, he's cancelled that one. He's going more fires. Full fires for now. Going to try and take out some docks. You think that Chipmunk will be able to click up first here. He's going to try and force it. Going to try and force it pretty hard with the market. Vil's going to be able to take down what we've got here. An archer goes down here on the berries. Oh no, don't lose the archers. Doesn't. And Chipmunk's going to click up. Chipmunk's found a way to click up. How strong is that? Zach's not close. Tower will go down. probably just lame the gold now. Wall it all up, potentially. Archers are going to keep walking around. Archers are going to go to the berries. And again, Chipmunk's just got more eco that's idle. Zach's situation on water now. 9 fires versus 10 galleys. And the galleys are not paying attention. And they're all just going to melt. They're going to melt if he's not watching. And a couple of them go down. He sees it now. But there's one around the side that's going to help out. That may take down one more. It does. There is no sneak. That is a scout. Feels vital here that Chipmunk starts getting ready on the units he wants to make. It can probably just be Fire Lancer here, even, well, whilst it's against Feudal Army, the Fire Lancer will do the job. I think that's what he wants to use longer term, and more archers are being produced. Just going to be more and more out of this range. But how is the situation on water? Zach's going to be slower to Feudal Age, but how will Chipmunk be able to cross if he loses his docks? And the answer is not going to be very well. A couple of walls up here, but that's just going to wall in the problem, if there is a problem. I imagine it's going to be Fire Lancer. That would be my guess, and it will be. We know Chipmunk is a Fire Lancer fan. It's going to be double barracks Fire Lancers, and again the archers on the gold, just constantly harassing the golds. Chipmunks gets those towers upgraded for free as the Koreans as well. So now the job is have to find a way to hold and don't let him cross. And if you're Chipmunk, you need to either sneak a dock up to try and get some ships out. You need to work your way across here. So the walls are coming up now. Zach is on the way up as the Malay. Going to stone as well. A castle on the shoreline is always nice too. So these walls now will do the job at keeping out whatever looks to cross to start off with. And it's going to be the siege tower. Now, siege tower, we know that he likes it, but it's got no melee armor. And you can see here, I feel like the first job is going to be to try and clean up. First job's going to be to try and clean up the archers. And he may do that. But the bigger problem is, how are you going to cross? How do you cross the water? I just don't think he's going to be able to cross the water here the way he is otherwise. The melee attack that the... Yeah, here we go. So the Vil will go down. But the melee attack of the fire galleys are going to do pretty strong work against the siege tower. And I don't think the siege tower can cross. At least, you don't want the siege tower to cross. 2 demos will blow up a siege tower here, so he won't be able to cross that way. There's Bodkin, and check out all the archers. The next lot of archers are all ready to come over too. On Navy, it is all a Zachattack crossbow coming in. The taxi services, yeah, that's the one, Quiet Pro. Taxi services are being asked about again. Is it the plan to sneak, dock, and transport? It might be. Well, it's actually going to be to take out these 2 weak crossbow for starters. More armor coming in. Yep, down they go. And the forward workshop now. I think that's a new Vil. That's walked across. And there's a lot of archers here. There are a lot of crossbow. They're going to be supported by a mangonel. And I feel like a castle is being prepped as well. Stone, heavy on stone. And dropping one of those forward is going to make a massive, massive difference. And you can see here, this whole problem comes after what was allowing a sneak to build up to triple range. To 3 ranges. And now because Zach can see with the outpost as well, he's just able to back up towards the fires as soon as these fire lancers get close. And if he's able to get a castle down here, even if it's just a castle defensively, a defensive castle of some description will go pretty well. Or a second TC as well. Maybe it's going to be a second TC. 100 stone is gone. Did it just get sold? Second TC coming up for Chipmunk. Plenty of res at home, so there's no immediate rush. Want to keep the patrol up along the sides. Check that there's no sneak dot coming. Should be pretty safe at knowing there's no sneak dock on the other side, because you've got full vision across this side. All that Mangonel survives on 1 HP before. And now the fun, right? How do you go about the taxi services? Double taxi service coming in here. This is going to be a big fight. These are both full. Will this be a full cleanup here? Not quite. They go away, and you can see the siege towers doing their job. The taxis are helping out. TC number 2 can probably drop TC number 3 soon as well. May even be worth buying TC number 3, and it's going to be a forward castle. This is a big, big castle. This is more aggressive than I was expecting. I was thinking it was just going to be here. And in fact, could say that the idea of going forward is not the worst if the timing lines up with the vills coming across. The last thing you want is your archers and your crossbow here, and then the... Yeah, he's cancelled that for the moment. I feel like just making sure you get a castle up is more important here. Just something successful. Maybe even taking away the stone or gold. The expansion. Taking away the expansion may be more important than anything else. Position's really good for Zachattack here. He just needs to not blow this castle. He does not need to win the game with this castle. Just needs to make sure it goes up. 1-for-1 trade there on the mangoes. And it's going to go right up. Okay, it's going right up on the face. Never mind. Castle is going up on the face. How many has he brought along? He has brought along 16 villagers for the job. Is it going to work? Are there going to be quick walls to stop? There's going to be triple siege tower. It doesn't matter. Siege towers can just go over the top. The siege towers can just go over the walls if he wants to. You can use them to do their actual job. It's not quite going to happen now. You can just siege tower over the top of the walls. Just drop them over the walls. That's what they're meant to do. There's a wall piece. Just drop them over the walls. But it's not going to happen. The castle's going to go up. And everything's got to run. And it's suddenly a great forward position here. Okay, is the plan to try and counterattack? This is going to be hard. This is going to be on now. I don't think Zach's paying attention. I think he's allowed them to get away. He's going to have to chase them down. No, he's on patrol. Okay, the counterattack is going to be devastating. The counterattack is devastating. He's going to have to try and chase the hell out of this now. He doesn't have demos in queue. He's building a second layer of walls. He's going to have to hurry on the second layer of walls. This is... Oh, God, this is going to work. They're going to get across. They're going to get across. The archers are going to have to try and chase, and this counterattack is going to be a devastating one. I would cancel this thing. Oh, God, it's nearly up. Doesn't matter. The point now, the gameplay now is all on the siege towers. Where are they going to drop? Where are they going to go? They're kind of cornered by the archers, but it doesn't matter. They can just drop on top of the archers. There's a second layer of walls. It's unwalled here. Oh, God, he's got the house wall down. This is massive. But he can just drop over these walls now. If he just wants to leave the siege towers, he can just drop them over some walls. Drop the fire lances across. I don't think it's going to work. There's not that many left. There's 9 there, and it's a GG that's been called. Zach gets the win. Game number 1, run and done. Well done to Zach. Got enough quick walls in time, and then the second castle just obliterated what Chipmunk wanted to do there. For 2, it is Zachattack 1-0 up on Chipmunk. We're on Water Nomad here, which is a Zachattack home map pick. We got Berbers, Dravidians. The 2 have TC'd very close to each other. So it'll be interesting to see how serious and how quick this game goes. Maybe Chipmunk wanted to pick Water Nomad anyway. Still time to get some channel points in, although that time is quickly expiring. You can see what we've got here. It's about 6 or 7 vills, and then you're straight up to feudal age. So you can see the scouting for Zach and the scouting for Chipmunk. Both absolutely know where the other is. There is no surprises here. They've both got back docks as well. They're both in the middle, but the question will be gold. The question's going to be gold, and it looks a bit smoother for Chipmunk. Has gone up a lot quicker. Zach is now on the way up. It's going to be a minute slower. And there's the second dock. And where do you go? Where do you go for gold? He's going to go here. And that's a long, long way. Long way out the way. So he's may have to quick early tower this. Because that is super exposed. Like, you either have to get some serious walls in. Or tower the hell out of that. And how's this dock? And another dock here. So Chipmunk's getting 3 docks down. As Dravidians gets the bonus wood. Galleys are on the way. So what do you do now? Do you... I think if you're Chipmunk, you can even open with a demo soon here. This could be a quick game. I mean, it's Water Nomad. It's always going to be a quick game. But this could be an even quicker game. I don't know whether this start is very good for Zach. And yeah, early tower on the gold is very necessary, and he's alert to that. Demos change games though, so even though Zach's a little bit slower onto the early galleys, if he's able to get a big demo hit, he might be able to pull this back as the game drags on. But I'm very much a fan of Chipmunk's start here. No idle time, no issues there. Producing out of three docks. And yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this one plays out here. So no, this house is not complete. The walls are coming in now. Zach has to try and hold on here till he gets a bit of a mass, and then he can be a bit of a nuisance around the side. Again, telling you, they are asking to be blown up on that side. So are these 4, but they've got a little bit of protection. So are these guys. It just takes a little bit longer to get there. I would be, if you're Zach and you get the vision on this, start thinking about it. Can even deny this house. Well, that's going to be nice. Denies the house, and there's still a hole. Down goes the odd buffalo. There's still the counter-attack around this side. Potentially. Not quite. Chipmunk, such a nice start, but has stopped producing out of 3 docks. Has got no one on gold now. Bit of a problem. Has been housed for a little bit of time, but has fixed it. Zach's run out. He's getting... Oh, the Vills have to hide in the tower, but you can kind of just sit under this and deny... Well, just not allow any gold income if you really want to. Eco situation better for Chipmunk. It's now about the galley mass, though. The galley mass is important, and Chipmunk has got fletching advantage too. Again, now the walls are in a little bit more, but still very open for both players. They're not fully walled, unless you are absolutely fully walled and with stone walls. If you can get a demo, I know they don't need to. They can't win a demo through landing a big one anymore. The demo, the tournament part of this is finished, but if you can catch your opponent asleep, you can really take out a whole heap of eco here. Bunch of idols. They go back to work. 9 galleys to 14. It feels like Zach's kind of stabilized a little bit here. I feel like he's stabilized. Still advantage Chipmunk. Definitely. But the situation is not as bad as it seemed at minute 1. Or minute 3. There's fletching now. The beauty for both players in a way are their docks are so close to each other. And that if you do leave your army here, you can kind of get some pickoffs there. Zach nearly got one. And here we go, diving under the TC again. Just trying to get some kills, maybe get the odd snipe. But the numbers, it's 18 to 10. 18 to 10 is the count here. There's double bit. So Zach did not even have double bit. Yeah, double bit. Yeah, that's the one. The question now is... how are they going to play this from here? 10 to 20. Is Chipmunk going to sit on the 20 and try and go Castle Age? Might be. I don't think Zach can. He's going to come around this side. Maybe try and get the wood villagers. Gets one. Hey, every villager you kill is a nice little bonus. Probably too late for the demos now. There's enough walls in and Chipmunk's paying attention. Oh, here we go. They've run into each other here. It's 9 versus 19. Zach has to run. Still making galleys and Chipmunk's trying to go Castle Age. This is risky. Idling the production for Castle Age. Firstly, it's not costing you food, so you can probably still make more galleys and you got enough gold. I think he's just going to buy an up. 1-2 up. There we go. So big advantage here for the Dravidians. But again, how's the work by Zach to go back to the wood line? Down 1,000 res collected, but he just goes back to the wood line. Gets a kill. Lesser numbers, being a menace though. Less numbers, severely outnumbered here, but idling so much of the eco. What's Chipmunk going to do when he's up? Right now, the answer's not a lot. You have missed 0 demos get created, Noz. I felt like there were opportunities for demos, but nothing has been created yet. It has been pure galleys. There were no demos in Game 1 either. And that was on the passage. That had demo potential. Didn't happen. Zach's done so well to come forward, idle eco. And Chipmunk on the other side has had the potential to do the same. There's exposed wood lines here. And has been so concentrated on defense. But is going to have good 2-minute advantage up. Numbers now, kind of close, but Chipmunk's gonna have Castle Age. Yeah, very close spawn, close TCs. Zach had to go the early tower on the gold, and again more veal kills. Yes, Zach has lost his fish, but he's been killing villagers at the same time, and Chipmunk can't actually get any of the upgrades here. He's going to get Bodkin. Zach's going to try and run. A couple of the fish will go down. Yeah, nicely done. Zach's going to be up, so it's 2.5 minutes. Bodkin and War Galley's going to have to survive for a fair bit, but 39 vills to 34. Zach's found his way with a vill advantage. He's just going to have 3 minutes where it's going to be very tight and very annoying. However, again, he's just being an absolute pest on this wood line. Chipmunk keeps going back to this wood line and has now figured that he's going to try and counterattack, and this is where Zach may find himself in some issues. Now, both players are counterattacking. Check out the vill kills. It's 16 vill kills now. The upgrade is in. The numbers can still win out against this. You just need to have the numbers, which Zach currently doesn't have, and he definitely doesn't have the numbers here. So like this 6 on 4, you can kind of fight it. You can see at full HP, they're pretty close. But now it's okay. What have we got? We're throwing vills into the tower. Some have to run. They will run. They're just gonna have to run away entirely. Zach's got a lot on wood and nothing anywhere else. He's completely out of food under the TC. He's actually run to the corner, which I don't mind that. But now, here we go. Chipmunk's just going to dive. He's going to dive right now, while Zach has not got the Castle Age upgrade. He's got nothing on food, so he won't be able to get the warship upgrade. But how's this? Check it out again. Just forever on the eco. 11 eco kills between these guys. They've just kept coming back and doing more work. Zach very badly needs access to, well, gold, mainly. He's going for another town center. That is very greedy. Town center on the gold, though. So if this does go up, he's going to have gold access for a long time. But, wow. Did not expect that. Long distance on some stone as well is interesting. Oh, I guess that was for the town center. But he's got nothing on food. I guess it's just to help defenses, right? 32 vills to 37. Numbers 17 to 23. Metro saying Chipmunk's thrown a lead, which I think he has. He's definitely thrown what was a very good position. 40-second advantage to Feudal Age. Big numbers advantage, but just couldn't get... Well, Zach with less numbers just kept being a pest on the wood line. The rice farms are out, people. Rice farming on Water Nomad. That's how confident we are here. And I still think I like Chipmunk's position. He's just got to take advantage of it. Fire ship's coming out now. Zach is wildly out of position here. He's not getting that upgrade. He's run these ships going the wrong way. That's very unfortunate. And now he's able to just sit on the town center. Yeah, I still like Chipmunk here. Still like Chipmunk's position. Just Zach does not... It doesn't feel like he's ever getting the galley upgrade. These guys have got 8 range. TC has got 6. So now Zach has to defend. But the TC is just going to go down. I think he's going to try and take whatever gold he can in this time. But TC's going to go down. He's going to have to really work hard on A, repairs, and B, the defense. He's got galleys to the bottom corner. I don't know if he knows that's his waypoint at the moment. Taking the TC out will be good. It's getting repaired. Zach does have that safe, well, unseen wood line, let's go with. But again, he's just never getting that upgrade. I just don't know when the upgrade's going to come in for him. And it's 12 to 20. It's 12 to 20 on the ships. He's bringing them back. He can probably look to bring these guys back. Yeah, this is definitely a waypoint issue at the moment. Can't fight. He's -1 range because of the upgrade and a few other stats as well. And Zach's just got no res. And he's being... This is weird. Surely you fight. You got to fight. You got the range. You got the range. Just fight. That TC should not stay up. And I don't think it will. I think Zach is on the limit here. He's done so well to push this to a half-hour game. Yeah, the repairs don't allow the ships to come out. It's 9 to 20 ballistics now. Still, 36 to 34 on the villagers. When you're playing, you don't realize, but you may think, oh god, maybe he's on 2 town centers. Maybe he's actually about to, you know, outboom me or something. Yeah, the Castle Age range is just going to be too much here. It's just going to be it's just too hard. It's the extra +1 range and ballistics advantage now as well. Yeah, ballistics is in. He's going to have to do some god tier micro here for Zach. I think he's going to try and fight this as well as he can, but I think once that goes down, it just gets very, very hard. It's getting harder by the second. It's called. It's 1-1. 1-1, and it's tied up. 1 apiece. The set will guarantee itself 4 games. I set a 3-1 to Zach. So we've got the 1-1. And yeah, might be back to Water Nomad practice for everyone. I know that's where I'll be spending my time over the holidays. Hopefully people want to jump in the Water Nomad queue. Get to play a bunch of those games. But here we go, 1-1. We've got, yeah, the overall score there was quite close. And look, Chipmunk always had the numbers. But the KD and the Eco KD was really, really good by Zach. So what have we got here? Total worker time, productive worker time. Let's just go total worker time last minute. So you can see the point. Even though Chipmunk had that advantage, you just didn't have the efficient eco. And Zach was able to work away on him in that range as Chipmunk was clicking up. And soon after as well. Techs, Society, you can see the Vil counts. And the APM, the 2 players, about the same as they were in game 1. Time for game number 3 of this best of 5. We've got Chipmunk in the west and Zachattack in the east, and it's a Viking mirror. Vikings very strong on this map. The fast castle longboats, probably the way that the 2 players will go about it, but it becomes all about the execution. So we're going to be looking at the way the 2 players go about this. Who does it a certain way? Who does it differently? Same way or what? So, first difference. 5 on food, 1 to wood. Zach, no, has done the same. He just had one on, he had the extra 1 on food for a little bit longer there, but has now gone over to wood as well. So it should be the same. You want to go 5 on food, bring in the deer quickly. And after that, get a dock, get a house, get the fishing ships out. Not a lot of super close fish for Zach. Does have the 4 oysters here. And Chipmunk cared. He can ask. I do allow, unlike Thalassocracy, where they played on this situation, if the players want, I'm not gonna force a restart on oysters, but if the players want, do ask, and they say, oh, I've only got 2 oysters. I don't think it's that vital, but yeah, they can comment on that if they wish to. Generally, there's 4. Generally, sometimes players don't care. They just go out here to dock anyway. So, it's just sometimes those oysters appear just outside the base. Docks are coming down. Okay, quick check as to how quickly these docks come down or not. What have we got? The dock race is going to be won by Chipmunk. Is that going to be accompanied with a fishing ship? Yes. And on this side? Yes. No. Yes. Alright, bit of a fishing ship advantage for Chipmunk here. 7 on wood. Probably just going to keep 5 under TC for the time being. And then slowly work your way. Work your way onto food after that. Bring the boars in. And yeah, this is... Felt a little bit early on the boar there, because it's not that many under TC yet. I like to go with the boars pretty much not so much after the sheep have gone, but at a point where you've gone, oh, I've already got like my 8 on wood, or even, in this case, probably even 2 lumber camps. I wouldn't mind a 2 lumber camp build instead of just throwing everyone on the 1. Depends on what you want, what you're after, but both players are going to fast castle here. I think you can go... Actually, no, you only need 1 lumber camp, because you only go with about 8 on wood, generally. I think if you go 5 on food, 8 on wood, but one of them in the middle there goes to the dock. Then you start bringing the food in, and then you can take the boars. And... the way I have done it, and the way I've seen it being done, is 23 villages. Where's the attack? We're in. Scouts come in. Oh, you may as well stick around. You're here. "23 villages, I believe, is the way you can do this fast castle. Okay, so the advantage to Zach here. 23, no loom, and then the two vills after that. Keep adding the fish. No need to stop at 5. Keep pumping them out. "23. I think he's going to try 20. No, he's going to get a 24th. So are both players, actually. Zach should be good to click up here. The key thing on the way up, though, the mill. Don't forget the mill. Please don't forget your mills. It's where it's quite nice to just come out here, drop a mill, put 1 or 2, even just 1 vill, even it's here or here, and just have 1 vill on the fish. That way you don't forget your mill. And at the moment, there's no mill. And here, there's no mill. Will they remember their mills? Or are we going to be sat in a fun situation where both players end up scrambling? There's the mill for Chipmunk. And Zach is... I'm going to say Zach's forgotten. It's getting late. It's getting late. I think Zach's going to forget. Unless it's somewhere I don't know. Zach has forgotten about the mill. He's going to try and drop Blacksmith Market. And he's going to quickly haphazard a mill up here. 3, 2, 1. And there's the mill. There we go. There's the blacksmith. May have to queue a 3rd villager here. Rushes down the mill with 4. Probably then has to do the market with 4. Market. There it is. Houses as well needed. It's all quite tense. Market Blacksmith on this side. But actually, Hexy's not got the gold yet. No, it does. Never mind. Sold the stone. Bought the food, sold the stone, and is up. So he's going... No need there. And he's going to be up a little bit quicker. A little bit quicker. Docks. Hang on. Click up. Yep. Okay, clicked up now. So, bit of an advantage for Chipmunk. So let's have a look at docks. So 3 docks here. 3 docks coming up here. 11 fishing ships to 7. Chipmunk's fishing situation is nicer. Has had double bid axe as well. Obviously, both players get wheelbarrow for free. Double bid in now. Fletching coming in as well. So, fletching timings also important. Ballistics timings will be crucial. Crucial ballistics timings. Fourth dock. Houses at the back. Can't stress enough. Ballistics. You really, really want to get ballistics early in this fight. One galley coming forward, just to scout by the looks of it. There's no plans on any upgrades on it. And first up will be Chipmunk. And Chipmunk will feel good here. He was slower, ever so slightly slower to feudal age, but he's quicker to castle age, so can start the longboat production. Gold mining upgrade for Zach, and it's already in for Chipmunk, so this is super important. Now check out the speed on the longboats here. Both players now adding them. There's the university for Zach, so he's going to get... ballistics first, or is it at least he's going to try and get ballistics first. That galley will go down. I think if you're Zach here, you just got to fight underneath your sea towers for the time being. Good timings on Bowsaw as well. And 4th dock here. And for Chipmunk, 4 docks here. And there's the ballistics. Careening also will be handy. So if you do have that extra food, grab careening. Pierce armor. +1 pierce armor. They're the upgrades, right? They're the only upgrades you can get at the moment that do anything on water. So you may as well work towards them. And I think, despite the numbers disadvantage, having ballistics is going to help out a lot in these fights. And still no university here. So, situation's good for Zach, who will be able to just take down a bunch of longboats. Or just still miss. Alright, now the fights are on. There's the careening upgrade for Chipmunk. And check that out. There you go. There's the advantage of ballistics right there. Force down one of these sea towers, and you can see, yep, university coming down now. Very soon, you should see... Okay, that goes down. Should see ballistics come in for Chipmunk, but... Now Zach needs to find a way to probably get careening. So the extra pierce armor is in. Zach's going to win the fight, and getting gill nets as well is Chipmunk. Still has 11 fish to 7. So I don't mind the gill nets play. Houses, bit housed, ballistics coming in here, but you can see the reinforcements are ready to go. So if Zach does lose his current army, there will be reinforcements. And taking out production buildings probably just as handy as taking out the army. If you can stop the next army, that's not too bad. And these last few moments of the ballistics advantage will be used. Just have a look at the numbers here. It's 17 apiece. So Chipmunk will eventually win this fight, and they're just going to fight it out. And he will win the fight because he's got careening. And I don't think Zach does. No, haven't missed it. No careening yet. Both these players have played 6 sets now. Actually, no, they've both played 5 sets. They both had a set that they didn't play throughout the tournament. So they've both played 5 sets. More than enough time to know about how the techs work if they are not water players. A couple more lumber camps coming down, refreshing those. Wonder if either player looks towards a castle, or it's just going to be full boat production. It's 4 docks for Chipmunk. It's 5 docks for Zach now. And the fights are even. They're just trading and dancing and all the rest. As you can, as you do. Zach's holding on to a bit of gold. Could use a couple more of those over on wood. Chipmunk's got advantage. Look at that, 15 seconds idle time. Has not had really any idle time in Castle Age. Just kept making vills. Still got fishing ships. Still using the sheep up. Both players actually still on the sheep. Zach can probably move away. And look at that. There's a sneak dock out this way just to help with the efficiency. But spotted. How about that? Zach's awake. Gill nets upgrade as well. Quite handy for Chipmunk. Zach does not have gill nets. And has, well, had 4 less fishing ships. Now fishing ship count is equal. $35-14 though. The numbers. Zach's just got all the numbers. $33-13. How are the numbers? Yeah, 5 docks here, 6th one here, and a couple of demo... Oh, here we go. They're only demo rafts, but if Zach overextends, what's a longboat got? 130. So even a demo raft is not gonna... Yeah. A demo raft is not gonna do a lot at the moment. They're not gonna take out a dock. A worthy try. And the GG has been called. Well done to Zach. Makes it 2-1. Maybe the faster player won. Better APM there. And was just able to keep producing the ships for longer. Maybe a little bit better res eco distribution. Was getting horse collar. Just getting ready to drop a bunch of farms to keep the Vill production going and probably start looking towards him. And here we are, game number 4. Zach, with a 2-1 lead, has gone with the Georgians on 4 lakes, pushing the deer in early. Chipmunk has gone with the Japanese, a pick he has used a couple of times on this map in this tournament already. Match point now for Zach. So all the pressure goes to Chipmunk, who needs to take this and then needs to take Splash Random to get through to the grand final. And yeah, Humble, you're right. Chipmunk did knock out Saws. 3-2 and a best of 5 last round. Incredible set. Just came prepared and got the job done. This is a man who's just found his way to 1500 elo for the first time. And yeah, looks really, really clean. Really, really prepared. And yes, maybe some people are not a fan of the Siege Tower use and the way that is used, but it's allowed. It's in the game. So why not? Why not, I say. Early dock for the Georgians, because they can manage to do that with their starting mule cart. Earlier on wood then, can only leave, or can leave 4 under the TC, which is quite nice. Bringing in everything at once here. Lots of prep needed. Bang. Okay, very clean from Zach, as you would expect. How good's that? Although, boars come in, deers come in, and, well, the boar's kind of going to rot. Probably still better than losing it, right? Chipmunk's now going to lure the deer in. And going to see what the scouting looks like, so you can tell there. Neither player will know exactly where the other is. But, yeah, you're right. The dock placement from Zach. I think it's actually just a coincidence, though, Humble. I'm going to go with a coincidence because he's walked this way, and that's the only shorefish he's found. He's missed this one by a tile, and had he seen it, dock may have gone here. But it's worked out well. We'll go with a plan. We'll go with it's all being planned. Food coming in. And see how we go. Don't forget your Vil. Very nice. Welcome, your farm. Love a good 4 lakes. Well, I don't. But I felt like if there was no 4 lakes, I was going to get about 5 sign-ups in total for this tournament. So, needed to add something that that had some land on it, or else may have seen some very low numbers. Quiet Pro banned 4 lakes every time. Good. That's what we'd love to see. 4 lakes is a good map. Like I enjoy it. I'm better on that than I am on Arabia, but it is a land map at the end of the day with a little bit of water on the corners. How are we going for uptime? So we saw Japanese there early. Little bit of early loom, probably not planned. Loom here. Will Zach be able to click up 19? He's got 130 there, another 100 there, another 30 there. Yeah, should be okay. Should be able to. Drop off, drop off, drop off, drop off, drop off. Ah, he's forgotten to drop off. He's trying to micro the scout, and the Vil's coming forward to redock, and that's right, he's got there. Chipmunk's not up yet. Little bit of idle time, but not up. And the forward barracks. Forward barracks. And was this spotted? No. So not spotted just yet, but should be as Chipmunk comes around, unless he's going to scout more of the map. I feel like he would have seen the Vil. Looked like the Vil was getting involved with the fighting. It's lost some HP, so barracks will be... Ah, come on. Click the scout. No, he's going to walk the whole way around the barracks. That is a disaster. He's just managed to miss the barracks there. Lots of fishing ships, though. He's going to try and fast castle this, actually. Hold on. He's going 22 vil up. Or 23... No, there was no kill. The kill was on the goose. He's going to try and go 22 vil up fast castle. But Zach's here. Zach's here for another dock. And... he's going to be able to get away with the scout. The militia are coming. He's seen the barracks now, and he's seen that it's been... he's seen that the barracks is up. Man-at-arms coming in. Oh, the militia are walking underneath the TC. One goes down before they even... two go down. That's not good. Is this a fast castle or just a slow feudal? I can't quite work it out. He's going to add a few more militia. You may as well. And now the back range can probably add in fires at the back here. And that one militia... no, he's actually unqueued man-at-arms there. He's decided against it. Decided that's not the way. 3 fishing ships at home still. 7 here, but need to see the fires come out now. Going to be double dock. Oh no, is it going to be denied? No, surely the Vil wins this fight. Surely the Vil wins this fight, yeah. So range will come up. These carts are more a curse than a blessing. Oh no, they're not working. They're not working. Is that what's happening? Do I want to know how long they weren't working for? Was there anyone not working here? Where are we? There's a Vil. Look at her. Taking a day off. And there's another... oh, look at that. It's a disaster. That is just a... that's just awful. And that's why he's just run it all the way out there. Absolutely awful. Can't do much about that. That's just bloody mule cart stuff. That sucks. And Humble, that's probably why he's low on gold. He probably would have had a bit more gold than expected there. Range now. So yeah, there was the drush, but no follow-up. So no man-at-arms in the end. That's a hell of a lot of fishing ships. And double dock though. So feudal age and a tower. It looks like it's going to be one TC. He's going to try and work his way up to castle age, and then it's going to be taxi. That is what's happening here. I can tell you now. If you are Zach, you have to be prepared for castle age, and then it's either going to be samurai or longsword in the taxi. Ideally, it's samurai. But we'll see. And nice little micro from Zach again here. It's 26 vils to 27. So the fishing ships are the advantage. Zach's going to fight it out. The difference against the Georgians... oh, look at that. One archer. Just doing a little bit of damage. A little bit of idling. Now the fishing ships have to run. Tanky for the Japanese, but they're still in a little bit of trouble. Waiting for fires to come out and support. Humble, you're saying you'd want the tower like here? Or... yeah, there. I think that's between the wood and the... well, if it was on this tile, I think it would be ranging this archer right now. And there'd be less need for the skirm to come across. There's a demo being prepped. Ooh, a demo being prepped. So it's still one... it's one dock versus 2. But the one dock may actually win out. And that's going to take out a whole host of the eco. Tanky fish, but they're still going to go down. Get them involved. There we go. Down goes another one. And another one will follow. Demo gets to sit here. And look, it's going to be a 4 dock on the other side, though. There's only 3 fishing ships here. What else have we got roaming around the map? We've got archers being produced. No other skirms being produced at the moment. They're not going forward. Little check on the res. And Chipmunk's res in hand is nicer. Zach may need a few more on food. He's going to start dropping farms. Has got horse collar. Chipmunk doesn't. Any gold upgrades yet? I don't think there was one in there. There was not. And on this side, there was not. One of the recent... or one of the changes in the patch that just came out. Don't want to lose the Vil. Zach's doing well to move the Vil away here. Yeah, that's a good spot. Geez, he's paying attention. Paying a lot of attention. How's the micro? Nut can't quite get away, and he's going to lose this one as well. We can now bring the demo out and just take out... No, I'd go back onto the... No. Oh, bring him together, and... No, he walks away from it. Overinvestment versus underinvestment. Yeah, I would have expected a couple more fishing ships. These, if there were 7, they would have been working for free all this time. And then you wouldn't really be losing much at this point. So, Spearman comes underneath, being a bit of a nuisance. Changing into scouts, though. So, there's a stable down somewhere. Is it down here? It's not. There's a blacksmith here. The stable's at home. This architecture set has got a stable and a blacksmith looking too similar for my liking. Quiet Pro, you're talking about the change in updates. So yes, sorry, Georgians, the 9-tile radius, they got a buff. Georgians got a buff on that church, and they got a buff on Asnari Cavalry as well. That's turned from 15 to 20% bonus. And yeah, the 1v2 docks is causing an issue. Just hasn't really produced out of these docks, right? It hasn't gone all out to win it. Petards from a Krepost. Oh, that's the best of the upgrades that came through. The Bulgarian one. Yes, yes. I don't think we'll see a lot of Bulgarians here. Oh, here we go. Trying to rush down a tower, and the quick walls are in. Oh, God, what's faster? I think the house is sort of going up, and the archer helps here. Fire ships here, and I don't even think Zach's fighting this at this point, because he's got scouts roaming around the base as well. How about that? A couple of scouts, Georgian scouts, and archers. And I don't know if the tower's going to go up. Towers might not go up because these Vils are still working away. But there's a lot of damage being done now. We're not walled here. Chipmunk's now making spears, which he needs to against this cavalry. But as soon as a scout doesn't die and it can make it to Castle Age, it gets a little bit more regen. And I think now Zach is safe to finish off the tower. Fletching is in for him and not in for Chipmunk. Chipmunk's got a lot of idols. Standoff with the fire ships. There's still that demo. Forging is a nice upgrade. Zach's just able to afford everything. He's going full feudal, but he's able to afford what he wants. He's got all the upgrades. He's obviously got horse collar as well, so those farms have got a lot of production. Chipmunk's got a lot of gold on hand. He needs to get a market to be able to sell. There is the market. He may, with the stone, may even be able to buy his way up here. And he may need to. If he double clicks up. Scouts are going to go down now. Still producing, but if he just buys his way out of this situation, he may click up. Oh, new follow. You know Pig. Thank you for the follow, mate. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying this set. I don't have the pop-ups yet. I'm going to invest in that after the tournament when I've got a bit more time on my hands. Invest in the production of the channel. Here we go. Some walls coming in. He's bought. Yes, he has bought. We just missed that there. Bought food. Bought 600 food. Buying a bit more. And he's going to click up. Buying a whole bunch of food. He's going to click up after this villager on the way up. Difference though. Zach is not far behind. Vil's pretty similar. Army in Zach's favor. Still fighting away here, but there's not really much worth fighting for anymore. I don't think there's no resistance here, and I don't think there's much resistance here. Outposts. Zach's used the outpost well in game 1. He's going again here on game 4. And the scouts again. Armor now being prepped. I imagine it will be knights. He's actually going heavy on stone. He wants to get a castle down first. We saw Swords struggle a little bit with the taxi strategy because he was on archers. Meanwhile, the Georgians here are most likely going to be on cavalry, and well, that's a better way to deal with the siege towers, and especially if it's Manaspa. It's only a 5-second or 6-second difference on the way up. To be honest, Zach could maybe add a couple of fishing ships here whilst he's waiting, which is what Chipmunk's doing at the top. Chipmunk's going to fish boom the top. Why not? You may as well go to probably just 8. 8, fish trap them because they're not really safe. Also, it's called 4 lakes, not 2 lakes. I know there's been a lot of work going on, but there are lakes on the sides. Let's see what army comp is being prepped here. So it's a castle defensively for Chipmunk. So it's going to be samurai. The next building is probably a siege workshop somewhere if he can, but there's archers just everywhere. This castle doesn't really defend much beyond our town center. Kind of needs to hold onto a wood line as well, or a gold. Where's the second? There's a gold back here. There's a gold outside the wood line. That's a bit awkward. Castle will go up. And the GG has been called. Zach gets the win. Gets the job done. 3-1. A mammoth effort there. Zach is the next, or the first Division 2 player through to the grand final. We've obviously got one Division 1 player through already. Zach joins along. Let's have a look at the chat that the 2 players have got going on. Well played next. Did you try to lame me? No. Full HP. Couldn't see second bore. Gonna with the Vil. Already scouted it. Yeah, okay. So maybe a little... Wasn't there until it kind of spawned really weird. Maybe we'll go back. We'll have a look at what was being spoken about there. Just briefly, let's go back to the boar situation for the 2 players. So where is the 2 boars? So it's there and there. If we have a look at Chipmunk's point of view. Oh no, has he just gone the whole way around it? But he scouts here. Hang on, it's there. Let's have a look. Let's have a brief look here. Looking, looking, looking. So he's found that one. And no way! Oh, that's so rough. It's in the one tile that's not been scouted. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That's... It's the only tile, and then it what? Just doesn't move. I've had this before as well. Sometimes the boars just don't move. And they just, like, normally they move around. They move around, and this one's just... He's just there. He's just not moved, and then he's just there. Oh, he just didn't move for like five minutes. That's so rough. That's so rough. And yeah, welcome along, Chipmunk. Liag, thank you for the follow. Welcome along. Thank you along. Well played to both players. Yeah, Chipmunk, you're right there with the chat that you guys are still chatting. Well, you can see your chat. You guys are chatting as well. That's good fun. We knew you were going to go for the samurai, so, and it looks like Zach did as well, which is good. But yeah, what a great set that was by the 2 of you. Well played, Zach. You're into the grand final. Congratulations, Chipmunk. Absolutely nothing to be ashamed of there. You played up a division, and you did an absolutely amazing job to finish in the semi-finals. So awesome job.